come in. Go ahead, please.
Yes, I was going to say that I will partly agree with him when he said the man is wired to, because if you get pregnant as a woman, you need 9 months before you can have another child. But the man can actually impregnate like 10 women or 9 women at the same time. So I agree with him. And there's this saying, I'm not a man, I will just say according to what I have heard, that a man is usually aroused by what he sees. In the morning, they say they wake up, children, please go and sleep. They wake up hard in the mornings. Whether you like it or not, that is what will wake you up in the morning. So even your body reacts before you, if your mind even thinks it. So I will agree with him that at that point, most men, whether they see, oh, this woman is fine, before you know the trouser is bulging. But the woman takes a lot of watering, marinating, and all that for her to even get around. Even some women, even when they love
for yourself,
you know, is it?
Talk for yourself. The problem this morning is all the
generalization. If you listen to me, I said, according to what I have heard or experienced, I've heard women say, me, I'm usually very dry. I'm not always...
Okay. Let me go. Where we go with that? Please, now it's a breakfast show. I'm going to send you query. Just small. We are discussing it, but we are discussing it with wisdom.
No, please, Amaka, I want you to talk before I answer this Abigail.
What I want to say is that, okay, like I was saying, like that people have different libido, especially men. So something as simple as sugar. If men are saying, I spread the seed everywhere, that we are conditioned that we'll be doing it 21 times a month. How many men, hardworking men, do you actually see that has time to even do 21 times a month? Some men, small thing as sugar will affect the libido. So, a small financial problem, small business issue. They come and do 21 times now. Let me see. So this is just a matter of the mindset and irresponsibility.
Okay, I hear you, and I think I've agreed to you to that point. But I'm trying to look at the biological making of a man, and this is what that man, this two-faced guy, was saying. That I can say I love Amaka. She's the person I have chosen as a civilized human being to be with alone. Does not mean I don't have the capacity if I choose to spread. Now, what you've said so far is that a woman too has the capacity to spread. I'm also saying that biologically, her making doesn't even allow her to spread as much as you like, because a woman will say, okay, I'll do now, 9 months, I get pregnant, I'll do again, 9 months, I get pregnant. You will just wear off. So the man, when it comes to durability, the man has the physical making to do it. Now, so he is saying that I can do that as a man. I have the capacity, but I choose to love this person. So when a man chooses to love, we must understand and respect the decision.
Let me ask, because this you are pegging it on 9 months. Is it all do that on Bele? Because it's only Bele that can make you 9 months assignments. But you can do for the rest of your life no assignments. Yes, no assignment. Yes, if you don't have any good character to be outstanding, you can be doing all the life with different men and different animals for whatever reason that you choose.
Let me take a few comments.
I wanted to address the issue of whether it is easier for a man because a woman needs a process to be wet. It is marketing. All those people that are selling kaya mata for you, they are doing marketing. Yes, it's marketing.
You have to.
All those nonsense things that they say women need, those things are marketing.
No, what I was talking about, that wasn't that. There are people that biologically, as women.
Okay, can we? I don't want to. That's way too far.
Someone said something. A person said, George Fidelis says small financial problem of 10 million will affect libido.
Yes.
You don't even need support. You don't even reach 10 million.
Okay, let me take this. Good morning. Thanks for calling.
Okay. Morning.
Go ahead, please.
Marketing.
We've talked about profiling and programming, and all these things are relevant. But the truth is, cultural evolution takes its own course. That's what we missed in Africa and Nigeria, basically, cultural evolution. You see, our culture is predominantly polygamy. Our culture is predominantly polygamy, and that is because of the farming nature of our fathers. Because we were predominantly farmers, we grew from that background before religion came and imposed on us certain limitations. So what we are discussing now, whether about culture, about attitude, about character, about men being promiscuous and all that. It's not about promiscuity. It's a cultural thing. Individuals have discipline that they can impose on themselves wherever they are. But the truth about the matter is, most of us around today are products of polygamy. Most of us around today.
All right, let me take a few comments here. I have a call from Madam Caro. It says, in the days of the Old Testament of the Bible, men became polygamous mainly to satisfy their sexual desires and because it was a cultural norm. However, the God of the Bible never endorsed or promoted polygamy. Adam only had one wife. I wonder where Cain and Abel's wives came from. Anyway, when God chose to destroy the earth and spared Noah, Noah also had just one wife. God instructed him to bring into the ark each animal along with the opposite sex. Even Noah's sons each had one wife. Nowhere does it show that God designed polygamy to be men to be polygamous. God also didn't create man to go around spreading anything. It was their lack of discipline that led them to do so. So the point I'm trying to make is that this God that created these men in the old that were spreading their seeds around is the same God that created the man today. So we're saying that that potential is there as a human, as a human being or as a created species of God. What we are saying, however, is that we must be responsible in how we are sowing those seeds. So if a man now says, I don't want to, because MK Abiola had X amount of children. Fela and Nicola Pokuti had his own children. My own father had plenty children. Many of our political, they had plenty, and they could have had more. There's a man that had over 100 children. I can't remember the name of the family.
But economy is not informing men not to have more than two.
Exactly.
So it was a choice. It was economically.
So it is a choice that we must understand and respect.
It was also a trend. Morale is also a trend. How many women do you have? It was a thing of pride to show off for men. If you have money, you must have women.
That's your wealth.
See, it does not see that generalization that biologically men are wired. That's what me and Amaka were trying to say. That women are also wired.
Yes.
If it's the wiring, it is control and discipline that.
And then let me also say something that shatter this table. We know how many minutes it takes to cook Indomie noodles, and we know how many minutes it takes to cook rice, right? And if really, when you want to cook the rice, I believe we have matured people and we are understanding ourselves. And if you want to cook the rice and put the jollof in the rice to make jollof rice and put all the nice things in the jollof rice to make the jollof rice come out well, that when I now serve it tomorrow, your tea will be sweet. Trust me, you will not be cooking that rice 21 days. If you can cook jollof rice and cook it very well, and you said that you're a man, you want to be spreading whatever, if you can cook that your jollof rice very well, you will not have the energy to cook it 21 times in a month.
I don't understand. I'm confused. 21 jollof rice.
The process that you put into cooking jollof rice, if you think about it, you will not have energy to do it 21
So is there a process to doing the...
Yes, and you can actually do it and do it well.
Not 2 minutes.
That is odogu. You will not have the energy to cook that jollof rice 21 times.
Restaurants cook that rice every single day. A restaurant, that's the job they do. They have a farmer.
Different helps.
It's the same menu. It's the same menu, and they go to the restaurant.
Something. I just feel, as we said, as I started, it's societal construct. I think it's mind control. The men have been controlled to accept it. To tell you now, women these days, how do you think those women who stand on Allen and around this admiral, how do you think they serve them, they do their job?
I don't know Allen.
Maybe you watch this Kula for Lions movie. Where the one, Anikulapo. You know, say that small lorry. The men that who had all the concubines, they never thought the men with cut corners. You know, when that small girl see fine man, what she do?
So I feel it's mind control. The difference now is women are beginning to control their minds too. And they are doing the same thing that men are doing. And what I see recently is when women start doing those things that men have been doing and women have been accepting, they're not cool with it. They can't take what they've been dishing out to these women. So that's why they have been singing it. It's like they want to make it sink in your head. And the truth is, it's working. This agenda is working because most women have started giving them excuses. Yes, men are meant to cheat. Now, I prefer a cheating husband to this. So long as he's taking care of me,
I think I can accept that argument. Because I'm just even remember, I forgot the Keja people. I totally forgot about it. So it's a trade. It's a trade. And they can do it every day and they're fine. So it's more than 10. So point taking. So a woman has that capacity also. Even with the maker, they know how to. Okay, fine. Let's give you comments and we wrap up on this.
Okay, so Yesterday says culturally men need to marry many wives. Wives. So they have many women and children.
There's a culture in Nima that a woman is allowed to marry many husbands.
Yes,
You can
not
marry
even
as
India,
many.
Ghana, beware with that.
You can marry multiple
other West
husbands.
African countries.
Let me take this call, I
women.
think. Good morning, thanks for calling. I think I have a caller.
Okay.
Let me go on a very short break. When we come back, we wrap up with this. Stay with us, we'll be right back. Thanks for staying with us. We're going to be wrapping up right now. Do you have any comments on social media?
Yes, so hey, Capital Commodities say Amaka or Akwe, no doubt you be the jollof. And now says 21 times a month are just 2 minutes men. Temitope says, but if it were to be a woman, the society will start calling them names and labeling them. Women should exercise their Moses says women should exercise their wiring. Just tag me along. That one.
Sakara Michael said, give me 5 times a month, I am okay. But if you want more, we can discuss the logistics.
There's someone there, Titilayo Alabi says, the people standing on Allen do it like a 9-to-5 job. That doesn't mean they enjoy doing it.
The same way with men. Men to do like they don't love it. That's why that man was saying that I can love my wife. It doesn't mean that the people that I do around with, I love them. I don't like my own is just to do it because I want what they call it, variety.
No.
That's what the men say.
Because you can eat from any plate.
But
you can if the plate were a toilet, you will still eat there. It's lack of this. No, it's just lack of discipline.
Whether you like it or not,
Some
by the
people,
time you do it with one person for more than 2-3 times, you start developing feeling. From that, if not, why do men leave their wives? At some point, you fall out of love because somebody has started giving it to you from outside, and you're beginning to. It's our biology. Once you start interchanging
there's also guilt in that decision, Abigail.
What's that?
When you start to do, if you feel maybe your heart is with one person and you start to do something else with somebody else, to quench guilt, you just justify it by saying, okay, I cannot love only you, I can actually do for. So for some men, behind that decision is guilt.
The race is not for the strongest. It is God that shows mercy. Ngozi Emanuela, thank you very much. And Yetunde Sonaiki, Sakore Michael, 5 times a month is too low for a young man like you when you now get 60 or 70. I love the banter on
My
YouTube.
own is that last, everybody should try and be cooking jollof, not Indomie noodles.
It's not jollof.
I'm with you.
Soup.
I think
Jollof is
I'm with you, it's a process.
What
When you want to eat, make sure that you eat good
You
food.
have not
Amaka,
answered
baby.
my
I'm
question
with you.
about
Somebody
the
even say
restaurants.
Amaka.
You go to a restaurant,
You don't break the table.
and jollof rice is constantly on their menu.
They have
One
more
day
than-
to
they
Sunday.
have more than
That is
two
that
days
jollof rice.
prepared.
But it's the same menu.
they have so many
It's the
people.
same
The
menu,
taste
but
can be
the
different.
person cutting the
Taste can
carrot
be the
is different
same.
from the person
Yeah.
cutting the
Yes.
peas. And
Taste can be the
so it's
same.
different. It's different from you cooking it at
By
home.
yourself,
You know
prepping
the
it,
difference.
cooking it, now mixing it, hot coming out.
Bolaji Flow Show says it is wiring from God, biological. Not be you go change
Amakus.
that. And I'm saying to Bolaji that there's a reason they call Efa, Eve Efa.
What's Efa?
Yes, because women have the ability to control it or let it loose. It is a woman that can bring down a nation if she refuses to control.
Yes.
All these English people like to spark. Everybody should just go and know that. Learn to be accountable, a responsible adult.
Exactly.
Learn to be a
Let's
responsible
take a few more
adult.
comments.
Some men are not accountable to their women. They're not even accountable to their children. Okay, now you have said that the seed should be shared. You don't share it, finish, you say it's cultural, but in that local, the woman will be the one feeding, carrying everything of the
The
child.
annoying part is when you now become irresponsible, you want the woman to understand with you and share in your the consequences of your irresponsibility.
It's your nature.
Okay, so we have to wrap up. Yeah, go ahead, take comments and we wrap up.
Aunt Nam, Amaka, we can make jollof together.
Hey,
I'm not looking different to make my jollof. My jollof is made.
In any angle we look at it, it's discipline that matters a lot. Thank you very much, Adetutu.
So, in summary, to do it well.
So this is our Natasha woman. Natasha is said that. So this is the warning sign for Natasha because she might have a new bride. So I mean, Two-Face is telling her.
Didn't you dare when we were telling her?
But Two-Face even mentioned this when he went for Annie Idibia's young, famous and African. He mentioned it on the table that men are wired to be with. That Annie walked out of the show. She didn't know that it was for foreshadowing of what will happen to her. So it has happened, and he has said it again with the next Natasha. Maybe before he turns 70 or 80.
You know that we also warned him that some women, head knows no fury like them. If we be Natasha,
a woman's
bus stop.
You say?
Yes, hell knows no fury. like
a
them.
woman's-
If you be, you know, you can do it to Annie, hell no go born. But you can do it to Natasha.
And Natasha girl, eh?
They
I don't know how, but she looks like she's very. She has
But
a
we
good-
also want her. When you
knows
see
what
a
she has
pattern
got
in a
into.
person, there's nothing. You don't need Babalawo to come and pour
can't
Ifa for
blame
you
her.
to
Can't
get
blame
sense.
her.
She should
He's allowed
expect it
to
of
face,
him.
Jerry. He has the money. Let
To
him.
express.
This money that we are even
Oh.
shouting. Yeah, Burna Boy don't have money. He didn't buy Lambo for that girl.
I need to cut off some more. Okay, let us close the show. Thank you very much. I think we can close the show.
Are you sure
No
you
more
want us to
comments.
close?
Someone
Yeah,
said the wages of sin. The wages of sin is death.
Death.
Okay.
So where's the scene here?
Spreading your seed.
I don't understand.
Irresponsibly. Shall I find your
That
children?
is all we
Wherever you
can
keep
take
them.
on today's show. I don't think there's anything else to talk about on this matter. But
They say we need to go for cleansing after the show,
Yes,
Morayo.
so-
yes, especially
Corey Michael says,
Morayo and her
Morayo,
jollof rice.
you need to go for cleansing after the show. All of us will go, and me, I will even use toothbrush.
Telling me that
and
a
wash
pregnant
my
woman
teeth.
is
Half
doing
of the things I
Please,
said today.
pregnant women, please protect your fetus. Don't let anybody come and disrupt your fetus. Let your baby come out safely before these people,
Don't forget,
these
it's not a
jungle thinking
gynecologist.
people.
Don't forget, it's not a
come and-
gynecologist that said it. Rely on only what your doctors have told you.
All right, that's all we can take on today's show. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.